I was in a store, and there's a line where there's sort of like a heavy break riff going on, and there's a line where he says, "Eat my shit," and I sang along to that, and this lady in the grocery store next to me overheard me just say, "Eat my shit."
Welcome to Pit Warning. My name is Wesley Decker. With me, as always, is Nate Rippey.
Hey, everybody.
Kyle Vaughn.
Hi, Wes.
Justin Davidson.
Hey, Wes.
And, very special guest, Rennie Solis.
Hello.
What's up, dude?
So gentle.
That was gentle.
But yeah.
Gentle these days.
Oh, that's nice, man. You're on the wrong episode then. You should have been on the last one. Yeah.
No. I'm excited for this one.
Nice. But yeah, welcome, man. We've known each other for some time, and obviously I met you through Nate back in the day, but why don't you give us a little spiel about who you are, where you're from, and how you got into this music.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for having me. I've been waiting, 5 or 6 episodes for this opportunity. So I grew up in Yountville, Napa Valley, and went to school with Nate, although grade below Nate and a grade above his brother. And I just grew up skating, kind of knew Nate's brother before and a couple other kids who just skate scene and playing music. And I got drums when I was in middle school. And I think it started with music freshman year, playing just whatever we could that was loud. And I met Nate and our singer Tony, but we all kind of knew each other from just circle of friends, and we started playing music, and then it was just we want more, so we started going to Rasputin and Amoeba and just discovering new music. And then once we started playing shows, I remember we played a boys and girls club, and these kids from Half Moon Bay came up, and they were selling records. And I think that was when Nate bought Functioning on Impatience, which fucking blew our minds, And it's it's crazy because that when I first heard it, Coalesce is a pretty tough pill to swallow, right? They're not.
Kyle would agree with you.
It's not like when you first hear Firestorm and you're like, this is fucking awesome. Chugs, woo, get it on.
Yeah.
But
Coalesce is just not good.
But anyway, that I feel that was kind of the door that opened, and it was holy shit. So now it was when we were going to the record store, it was all right, who's on Hydra Head? Who's on Victory?
Yep.
Who's on Trust
Yep.
Hill? Who's on Revelation? Just rifling through and buying whatever. I was really into just trying to figure out who was who and what was going on. And so that's kind of how it all started.
Yeah, no, that's cool. And I think the first time you and I met, if I remember correctly, it was when Nate and I were in recording school. And even though Nate and I weren't in the same class, I ended up recording your guys' band for a lab because I had that middle of the night lab from midnight to 6 a.m. So that would have been the first time we met. And that was in 2021 maybe. So, sorry, 2001. Excuse me. All turned around.
What band was that? Fastball?
No, Fever Pitch, man.
Fast Pitch.
Yeah.
Fastball. But yeah, man, cool. We'll welcome. Like I said, if you're feeling mellow, you're on the wrong episode because we kind of had to balance out the last one by going extra hard on this one, and we kind of like skirted around the topic a little bit, and more or less what we landed on is songs or albums that make you move. Meaning, if the singer goes, "Move that shit, motherfucker," you are indeed moving during said part. But it did kind of get me thinking a little bit, just about hardcore metal, punk in general, and the fact that movement is a big part of the live experience, and it's not really like it is at a lot of other shows. Like as recently as the Botch reunion shows, I was there with this other dude who like I kind of knew, and at one point he turned to me and he was just like, "Are you gonna get in the pit, dude?" And I was like, "No,
Nope.
I am a 44-year-old man with lower back problems occasionally. I will not be." But it struck me that there's sort of the expectation that that happens with this music, so that's sort of the germ of the idea.
Yeah. Well, I did say gentle. I didn't say mellow.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
But before we go any further, I feel obligated to throw my dude a bone. We kind of put the parameter on this discussion to be punk and hardcore in metal. But Kyle, you really wanted to pick ZZ Top, so this is your time to shine. Why do you like ZZ Top so much?
Because I like to boogie, dude.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
What's your chosen song of boogieing?
Oh man, I mean the whole discography is a journey, but I love the cheesier shit. I really do.
Can I take a guess at what
like-
your favorite?
You
ZZ
know,
Top? Does it have to do with camping equipment?
it's no. That is my favorite cheesy album. Afterburner is a party, man. Sleeping Bag is probably not my Delirious is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Track just to party to, you know.
Kyle, can I tell you something?
Uh-huh.
Fucking throw it on the playlist, dude.
Thank you, bud.
Yeah,
That's all I wanted.
List killer.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted.
Nate, make it the last song.
Yeah. Already on it. Yeah.
All right. Well, Rennie, as the guest of honor, we're going to give you first one out of the gate. What's your song or album that makes you move?
Is
Really,
this
man?
violence? Are you going to get violent to any of this stuff?
Oh, just to be clear, yeah. I mean, violence is sort of implied, but it would be like, fucking mosh part, breakdown, make you rush the stage, grab the microphone, make you stage dive, make you head walk, all that stuff.
Violence.
Yeah, that was my big prerequisite for all of the songs / albums that I've picked is, will violence ensue when this is going on? And if that was a yes, then like that was the only like requisite that I had. Requirement.
Does it make you want to bang your head? That's it for me, because that's my metal bones coming through.
yeah. So, big fan of Converge. I've always been, but and all of like, like Jane Doe, phenomenal. Like, there's so much good shit, but my favorite song still to this day is the first track on When Forever Comes Crashing. It just, like, I remember when I first heard it, and, like, when I got into hard music, it was like, I was a pissed off kid. And I heard some shit, and I was like, these guys are more pissed off than I am. It's fucking awesome. Like, my people. And, and that just kind of had this, like, beautiful aggression at this time when like I was discovering like all these great bands, like all these great hardcore bands like that weren't just kind of like that straightforward like blast beat stuff. It was melodic and just cool. I loved it, and I still love that song. So
I'll tell you something as well, because I felt obligated to have a Converge song, at least on my honorable mentions. And there's like so much stuff you could easily choose from, but I went with a song from When Forever Comes Crashing as well. The song When Forever Comes Crashing is like, when that album came out, that was always the song I skipped to because the breakdown in that song is so fucking hard. And plus, like, that was sort of my introduction to that band, like that era, that album when it came out. I think that's when they played the Cocodrie, like right when that thing came out.
Yeah, it came out in '98. I think that is when they played the Cocodrie. That's when I was introduced to them as well.
Yeah, and I think it kind of says something for like what got you in. Sort of has the staying power, but I easily could have picked anything off of pretty much all their albums.
Yeah, totally.
I totally feel that album is not credited enough just because Jane Doe was so huge after. But at the time, it was such a mind-blowing, you know, the production was crazy, the songwriting was crazy. It was such a step up from Petitioning an Empty Sky. And it was a huge deal, man, when it came out. And then Jane Doe, I'll never forget, Rennie, buying Jane Doe with you, listening to it in My Car, Yours, and Ben Kohler, you know, I think they'd put out that split with Agoraphobic maybe right before.
Yeah.
But I remember listening to that with you and both of us just looking at each other like, what the fuck is happening? Like the drums were so insane.
And it was just like became next level.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, great call on Forever because I don't think it gets enough credit for sure.
Dope. All right. Well, Nate, over to you then. What do you got?
Cool, man. Yeah, I knew I'd have maybe some overlap with Rennie, but or maybe all you guys. But for my list, I'm gonna actually keep it kind of Rennie centric, like things that either he turned me on to or that we kind of, as we just touched on, kind of found out at the same time. And I remember the album that Rennie brought back to the compound that blew everyone's mind at the time was Until Your Heart Stops.
Compound?
we had like a little
hold up
a little band room situation. But anyway, it was Until Your Heart Stops, Cave In. And I remember, I forget, you know, you came back with that and we kind of were aware of it, but no one had got it yet or had heard it yet. And I remember listening to that the first time through, and still to this day, it definitely influenced a lot of our writing style at the time for the band. Like the song in particular, Juggernaut, has that cool little kind of fake out where it brings in the riff, you know, within the first minute, and you're like, oh, here it comes. And then they switch gears and they kind of delay the drop on it, you know. And still, like at the time, that was so kind of novel and just awesome to kind of fuck with the listener that way. But you know, it continued to be a touchstone. So many riffs on that, and just, you know, how good the vocals were and the guitar playing and everything about it. But the song Juggernaut, it's kind of an obvious choice. I'm probably pilfering from someone else, but keeping it real to my experience with Rennie, that's my number one.
Awesome, man. Yeah, that record was so good. I mean, is so good. I remember first hearing that and just, there was so many records that you just got and you're like, things just seem to be getting better and better and better, you know, the more you discovered. So.
Well, that was the Hydra Head era, and like the packaging was cool, and it was totally, you know, going through all the liner notes, and you're like, oh wait, this guy, I recognize his name from Converge, or, you know, that kind of thing.
I think it was the spacey stuff that blew me away more than the heavy stuff with that record when I first did
that was the other thing I was going to say is, like, after that record came out and being such a big deal, it was such a kick in the nuts to have them just be like, well, not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. Totally. Yeah. I mean,
Antenna right after.
No, Jupiter.
Nah.
Jupiter was next with a couple.
Well, they
splits.
did an EP.
Moral Eclipses was a rad little EP. but it kind of lets you know that they were changing, you know, their sound.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and then how
solid.
many more pedals did you end up seeing on hardcore stages after that?
Oh, for sure. That was a
Mhm.
huge, yeah, that was a huge,
Mhm.
great point. Huge part of it.
Yeah, I came around on Jupiter eventually, but I was fucking bummed when I bought that record.
Yeah.
Like you could definitely hear to Kyle's point, like you could hear the bits of it that they sort of seeded in Until Your Heart Stops, but yeah, it took a minute for me with that one.
Yeah, when you're on track 4 in your car and you're like, when's the heavy part start?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just, and it never does. You're just like, what the fuck happened here?
You're like,
man?
this is the big riff? Like,
Yeah,
that's not that big of a riff.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle, you're a fan of Jupiter, so I'll throw it to you. What's your pick?
Let me check my list. Where are we going here? I'll start. I'll take it. I'll go all the way back to. I think
LaGrange?
Justin's probably. Oh fuck, dude, that song rips. Hatebreed. Satisfaction.
Yes.
I mean, how
Fuck
can you
yeah.
not? How can you not?
So good. So
to this
good.
day, if I listen to Satisfaction, is the Death of Desire is perfect. I mean, it's like nothing else would actually make me want to mosh, but not actually mosh than that
Yep.
record. You know what I mean? Metaphorical violence.
I wholeheartedly agree with you on that one. That was my number one. And when we started talking about this being a subject for the podcast, I just like that was not even a second thought. I'm like, okay, Satisfaction is definitely top of the list for that. Like every single song on that album rips. And it's also like seeing them like made it that much more heavy. I think Kyle, you told the story earlier in a podcast about like
dudes putting in mouth guards and wrapping their knuckles.
You're
Showcase
just
in
like,
Corona before a Hatebreed show.
What the fuck am I getting into right now?
So
and like,
scary. That's when like going to shows was scary. Where I was like, I don't know what's going to happen to me if I step into here.
Yeah, I 100% agree. That album rules, has always ruled. I can still put it on to this day, and it crushes. And when I was thinking about it, I had like, I'm kind of 50-50 on what my favorite track off of it is. For the longest time, Last Breath was my favorite track off that album. For the sake of this podcast episode, I think the heaviest song on it might be Empty Promises, the first track on it.
It's like asking you to choose your children.
That's right.
It's so fucking hard. I will say I have like a dark horse pick off of that album. I was always impartial to Worlds Apart for some reason, which comes later in the record, and I don't feel like they play out at all, maybe. But yeah, front to back, it's like a perfect, just like hardcore record, especially at that time.
Yeah, and some of this has to do with the lyrics. You know, if you're thinking about what makes people move at a hardcore show, or like what really brings people, like everybody's crowding the stage because they're trying to sing along to the part. You know, a lot of that has the influence in the choice there, and the part. You know, how can you save me if you can't save yourself?
Fuck yeah.
Oof.
Hard.
Oof.
All right, Justin, what makes you drop kick people?
When I'm thinking about this, I first started thinking about like shows that I'd been to where shit just got like insane, and or like the like pits were huge, or like they were especially violent, and or like one of the thoughts that I had was like, okay, like which bands played at Gilman where the entire floor was just a pit and every single person was moving. And the song that came to mind was when Ceremony released Violence. And they played the song "Walking Home." That was an absolute shit show, and so that'll be my pick. I think you could probably like put any of the early Ceremony albums up as far as just being an absolute insane show, insane energy, and insane everything. Roner Park might be, I think, the best like front to back like ass kicking album, but for some reason I have always loved the song "Walking Home" off of Violence.
Hell yeah, dude. That whole era, there was like kind of a weird shift. It was right when I moved out of the Bay Area, and I was kind of jealous that all these rad bands started popping up. But your band elicits a response when people start moshing even before you start playing. And like I feel like every time I saw Ceremony, like that was a thing. Like people were immediately amped just by the fact. Yeah.
The feedback starts and then people start moshing. I had a thought going off of that being said. I had a thought of like not even a song, but just a noise that is made that makes people go ape shit. And the first thought that I had was the horn section from New Direction by Gorilla Biscuits.
Oh, good call.
And
Totally.
like I remember, I've seen them a couple of times, but I saw them. I think it was in 2006 when they did the reunion and they played at the Pound.
And live horn players.
What was that?
Haven't they? I've never seen it, but haven't they had people come out and like actually play the horns?
Yeah,
like it's a sample that they play.
Yeah,
they have.
I don't recall that they did that at that show. I think they just played a sample of it. But as soon as the first note of the horn started, that whole place, like it looked like it got shaken up like a snow globe, or like the place just got turned upside down. And I'm like, holy fuck, dude! Like. So that's another idea for another pod is horn sections that get you moving.
That's full of skank.
Yeah,
bagpipe solos.
I'm in. Count me in hard.
Yeah.
Getting horny.
Totally, that's the name of the one. Nice. All right, I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm going to take my first pick out of fear because I think there are at least 2 people in this group who might take it, and I want it for me. Modern Life is War, DEADRAMONES.
Both of you just I was going to say Ceremony. I was going to say that.
Oh, damn.
Got me.
But fuck, this song is so good. At one point, I was looking up, like, on iTunes, it would let you see the number of times you played a song, and this one just, like, dwarfed everything. But came out in 2005 on the album Witness. Modern Life is War is an awesome hardcore band from Iowa. And I think this is off their, Witness is their second record. And front to back, it's a really good record, kind of more dynamic than your average band, I would say. But Dead Ramones is a band or is a song that I straight up get goosebumps whenever I hear, especially the end part. That's just like timed so perfectly with the DEADRAMONES.
What does that stand for?
I don't think it stands for anything.
Well, it's like a acronym,
Yeah, they have periods between the letters.
There's periods in there. It's got to stand for something.
Yeah.
I've never known. I thought maybe you would know, Wes.
I don't think it stands for anything, but prove me wrong. But yeah, if I'm ever driving in my car or listening to headphones or whatever, and that song comes on, I just see it so clearly, like 100 kids just rushing the stage, screaming that end part. Plus, it's just like a rad song. Prior to that, it's just a good like ode to being in a band and being on the road and what that means. And everything that goes along with it. But super solid band. To my ear, easily their best song. And Dead Ramones.
That's a great pick. That was one of mine. Speaking of that, like, have you ever, if that thing come on, like, while you're in Trader Joe's shopping for groceries,
Mm-hmm.
are you just getting violent with the almonds?
So in this scenario that you've cooked up in your head, Kyle,
has that happened to you?
Yeah.
I'm asking if that has happened to you.
Well, I have a follow-up question to your question. Are you saying in this scenario it would come on the speakers in Trader Joe's, or I'm in there with my headphones on?
I was thinking headphones, but let's walk through both.
I see. So I guess number one, I don't know if you've ever been to a Trader Joe's, but they're really fucking narrow and crowded. So to me, it would be rude to inhibit my ears in case someone needs to get around me.
Oh, that's LA Trader Joe's. Out in Nevada, we got lots of room.
Oh, that's fuck. I want to live where you live then, because it's a shit show on Sundays at Trader Joe's over here.
That's why you gotta fucking put in your headphones and throw some elbows, dude.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that in the TJ's. That's just rude.
Nah, okay.
Nah.
All right.
But no, I think I saw that band twice. But yeah, always good live, and always the highlight of the night when they played Dead Ramones.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
man, they're that new track Survival that they just released is great.
which one's that? Is that the like 7-inch thing they just did?
Yeah, they did like
the
compilation of the few 7-inches, but there's a new song on there, and it's
gotcha.
Yeah, he takes lyrics from Marcia Griffith's song, "The Queen of Reggae." I was just reading about it, and because I was like, damn, I'd never heard the song. It's awesome, and it's like just the only new track that's on this.
Nice, dropping knowledge.
It's good.
Rennie. Dope. Well, that's a good segue. What's your number two, Rennie?
Well, I'm gonna go back to Gorilla Biscuits.
That
was actually my number one. Degradation is just like, for me, my favorite song that they've put out. But I don't know. There's been like they had some flack, right, about that a while back. But I think, it has a good meaning behind it, and their intentions are good, and the song just fucking rips, and they're pissed. And yeah.
Nice.
That whole record is amazing, but
did we see Gorilla Biscuits together? You and I?
Maybe.
It was, I think we did. Yeah, because it was at like that weird outdoor festival down here, and like the Vandals played.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't end up going.
Oh,
you guys
all
went.
right.
You guys
okay.
went. Yeah.
All right.
I did not go.
Bummer. Well, you were there in spirit. Did you get to see him for any of the reunion stuff, like Justin was saying?
Yeah, I've seen him.
Dope.
Yeah, I've seen him a few times now. The last time I saw them wasn't that long ago, actually. It was at the Roxy.
Oh, dang.
And it was crazy.
Yeah,
talking about
dude.
Snow Globe. It was fucking going nuts. Talk about Snow Globe and 45-year-olds. I'm like, man, this is...
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, dude.
Just wigs flying off and all over the place. People's toupees just getting slapped on the side of the
No.
Related, unrelated. I'll go ahead and plug another person's podcast, but we were talking about on Toby from H2O's podcast, One Life, One Chance. He does an interview with Civ that is like the most entertaining fucking thing in the world.
It's great.
So good.
Yeah.
2.5 hours of perfection. It is so great.
Yeah. They have like a really cool, like older brother, younger brother relationship that's pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
So cool. All right, Nate, back to you.
All right, man. I'm going for first for the podcast. The first Christian hardcore band choice by any of us, I think.
I know what this is.
Sick. I'm in.
And
I'm in.
And I have
Is
to go
it-
Zao.
Yep.
I mean, who else,
dude.
right? Lies of Serpents, A River of Tears, track
Ooh.
1 off Where Blood and Fire Bring Rest.
Fuck yeah. Great song.
Back to the parking lot, thing Rennie mentioned earlier. I remember being in a parking lot and some like Scenester kids, which Nap only had 2, but they were like playing this on a boombox or in their car. I can't remember. And it struck me so hard that I had to ask them. I was like, who is this? I just didn't even know him. I was like, who are you guys listening to? And like, oh, check it out, it's Zao, whatever. And I was like, I fucking need to get that. That is killer. So yeah, I mean that song, everyone knows it, I'm sure, but a couple of cool things about it. It's like the vocals when they first come in are all kind of whispery, which is kind of a neat trick. Not many people do the whisper thing anymore. And then when the heavy part drops and the vocals come in, which
How
are
does that go?
we
What is that? I don't know what it sounds like.
Search for Me or whatever.
Can you do it?
Search for me.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, it's so fucking cool when it comes in. And you're just like, really? These guys are Christian? This shit sounds evil as hell. The riff's really cool and different. It has this like delayed part going on to it. Yeah, and that was also eye-opening. It was multiple things that we've talked about before, but the fact that you could go into like a Christian bookstore and buy this stuff was pretty entertaining to me. And yeah, anyway, that's Zao number 2.
Nate,
that was a big one.
I think that's a great one, but I think that might have been like Tom, maybe Dylan, my brother's friends.
Well, it was a dude who ended up being in Betray the Species with Mac.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, do you remember those 2 Scenester kids? I remember he worked at like a paint shop, and I would go there, and on his break he'd break out his briefcase, and I'd buy like he'd have like second Nature albums.
Huh?
I swear to God.
Yeah.
It was like things he ordered off of like mail catalogs, and he'd just sell them.
Was his name
and I was
Ryan?
like, God bless you, because I can't buy this shit in my town.
Literally, God bless you, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Was he like a traveling salesman of like Christian hardcore with his briefcase?
It sounds to me
he
like
was a
he's
Mormon.
Jehovah's Witness. Yeah,
exactly.
Totally. Have you heard the good news?
No, but he had it all, man. He had fucking Death Wish stuff. He had anyway, bona fide Scenester.
Yeah, man. I said it before and I'll say it again. I fucked hard with that stuff back in the day, and I kind of had the opinion of like, well, I listen to a ton of satanic music and I don't believe in that. So what difference does it make if I listen to this and don't believe in JC?
Yeah. Well, the funny thing with them is that they so like kind of took a left turn and had to like, prove how not Christian they were, like by wearing Marilyn Manson t-shirts and shit. You're like, guys, I think you can go a little harder than that. But.
Yeah, kind of. I was out by that point, but there were a ton of articles that talked about how like a lot of those solid state bands like were not Christian,
we're faking it for
totally,
sure.
which is
for a record deal. I would have done that. Fuck.
It's bizarre. That like what a weird thing to do in this type of music. But anyways, yeah, I like that. Those early Zao records are fucking cool.
You guys have already selected some of my choices. I had Dead Ramones, I had Ceremony, but the Into the Wayside, Sick. If that's the song you're talking about, Wesley, people are just moshing to like one note ringing out.
Yep.
The burn. Yeah. That gets my motor running.
Same.
Especially the lyric, sick of longboards, sick of hardcore. That hits home. Mm-hmm.
Sick of Obama, sick of head trauma.
Yeah. That gets me worked up.
Cro-Mags.
Yeah,
that gets me pretty worked up. I'm gonna try to pick a newer thing that I was going through my library, going through this stuff recently because honestly, I don't really listen to a lot of this kind of like violent hardcore stuff anymore. Like, I listen to a lot more music where you're kind of just would, if you went to the show, you're just watching, like that. Anyhow, but something that's really stood out for me over the last couple of years is a song by Candy.
Fuck yes.
Love,
Let's go.
Love Once More Love.
I have that one too. Talk about it, dude.
God damn it. The last 30 seconds of that song makes me want to fucking punch somebody.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
It is so fucking angry. It's so aggressive, dude. I listened to it yesterday. I was kind of coming back to it and going down and like trying to make sure this is really something I wanted to bring up because it's not a classic or anything. It's not something I've never even seen this band. But there's been a handful of times where I've just had just something like just on shuffle, and this song has come up while I'm like driving around or at the, just doing chores or something, and all of a sudden I'm just fucking kicking in the middle of the air. That song's Pissed.
In the Trader Joe's just punching almonds?
No.
So, real quick, can we just talk about how fucking good Candy's album covers are?
Yeah, I was gonna say
this
their
one is,
album covers are great, and
They're crazy, dude.
this EP is
they're
nuts.
But
ladies get eaten out in trash.
What
Yep.
a perfect name of a band for that aesthetic as well.
Totally.
It's just they just fucking nail it, dude.
It's like fascinating to me, like just based off the album cover and the name. It's kind of like some weird like high art shit, but then like kind of some of the most like ignorant, brutal,
dirty
songs.
Grunge.
And like punk rock at the same time. Candy's fucking great, man.
Did you have this song too?
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Specifically this song.
It is a standout.
Hell yeah.
If I saw, it's kind of, if I saw this band, I would be like, should I go mosh? Probably not. I'd want to, but I wouldn't.
Should I buy the shirt of the hobo fucking somebody next to a burning car?
He is eating her vagina
on the EP.
In a trash bin.
Yeah. Weirdly, I feel like the new one, Heaven Is Here, has the most disturbing cover.
Yeah, it's like an orgy scene going on.
Yeah.
I saw that album cover, and no doubt I was like, or no lie, I was like, oh, they're from San Francisco.
Meanwhile, at the Folsom Street Fair, San Francisco represent. All right, Justin, I'll throw it to you.
So, talking about Candy and the last 30 seconds of Love Once More Love. So I was thinking about a song and that really builds and then like at the very end of it gets kind of nuts. And I would say that my favorite hardcore band, The Hope Conspiracy, has a lot of songs that do this. However, my favorite one of that ilk, if you will, is off of End Note, and it's called 3 Year Suicide.
Hell yeah, dude.
And that is were
those butt cheeks?
Those are clapping butt cheeks. 100%. Somebody was twerking. And that's why we need to have
what is wrong with you, man?
We're talking about
I can't get the image out of my head.
So
it was a homeless person twerking.
Yeah.
How is that? Like, I realize everything we talked about up to this point, but how is that where your mind goes?
It's an audio. It's an audio medium, man. I'm just.
Kyle is without a doubt the horniest dude on this podcast because every single podcast,
every time
it turns real sexy at some point.
All right,
I can't help it.
Nobody's denying that it was butt cheeks, though. Also, Kyle. So but yeah, I think End Note is maybe my favorite album from Hope Conspiracy. I love them all. Death Knows Your Name is really great as well. Like they're all incredible.
Yep.
But I was kind of had like
Yeah.
a toss up between I could have done a few songs off of Cold Blue that I would have that would have been my absolute jam. But then like Animal Farm off of Death Knows Your Name is incredible, as well as and now I'm spacing on it. Hanger Cross is great too. But yeah.
That's what I would have said.
But I landed on 3 Year Suicide, and that was just like it just builds the entire song, and then at the end it's just so brutal and so great, and I love it.
Yep. So I was 50-50 because obviously we've talked about HopeCon's the fucking best. I went Defiant Hearts myself.
Ooh.
Yeah, just because the end fucking breakdown in that one is hard as well, but I could have gone either way.
Yeah.
I could have gone either way. And yeah, as I've said before, and as you made my dreams come true in sending me the record for my birthday a year or so ago, like End Note was like my White Whale record for a really long time. So 100% agree.
You're my White Whale,
so
Wesley.
good.
You're my White Whale.
I pointed towards Hanger Cross, speaking of like lyrical stuff, because that first line of that song is something that when that song comes on, I will always like sing that part out loud.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
What does that sound like?
Let's hear it, Kyle.
Yeah.
I can't sing it. I can't do it. I can't.
Yeah.
But it's you fear God more than you fear yourself. Oof.
Yeah. Are you going to sing that at some poor old lady just trying to get some kombucha at Trader Joe's?
To eat my shit.
Yeah.
I love that story so much.
All right. Well, I'm going to throw it to myself. This is another one that gives me the goose pimples when the ending kicks in. Rennie, I feel like you'll support this decision, but Have Heart, Watch Me Rise off of the Things We Carry. Have Heart, amazing hardcore band from Boston. The Things We Carry came out in 2006, and for my money, probably one of the best. I was going to say like contemporary straight edge bands, but they're not contemporary at this point, considering it came out in 2006. But but definitely an all timer for me, and just like rad band, rad message. And amazing live shows as well, and particularly this song kind of has everything I want out of a band being aggressively positive. And if you need sort of some pump up walk on music, if you're having a tough day, I highly, highly recommend this song to kind of put you in the right headspace to deal with that. And I don't know. I kind of don't know what else to say aside from listen to this song and get pumped. But I don't know, Rennie, I'll throw it to you since you agree.
Yeah, man, they were so good. Theo and I got to see their last show here in LA.
Yeah, I'm jealous. That's rad.
Some weird little bar in some very odd part of South Los Angeles.
All right. Have Heart. Fucking great. All right, Rennie, what's your third and final pick?
This one isn't super aggressive, but I knew you guys, there was going to be some HopeCon being thrown around, but much like you guys are saying, like I fucking love that band. Like everything that they have done is just always hit for me. It's just, and there's a little band called Bars.
Oh, dang.
And not a lot of people have heard of it. And some of the people who have, I've heard like kind of give it, there's like a one thumbs up and one thumbs down because it's not fast enough, whatever. But man, it fucking rocks, dude. Like it's just a fun record, you know, and like Kevin Baker's like vocals are awesome. You know, it's the guitar player from American Nightmare. Jared Alexander plays drums on it, like who is one of my like favorite hardcore drummers. One of them, you know, like he did the End Note record. He played on background music. Like he's
he's also in the Suicide File as well, correct?
Yep. Yeah.
He's great.
He was in Adamantium, like on the first record.
Yeah.
You know, like Death by Stereo, tons of bands. But I don't know, it's just a super fun record. Like, and when I want to listen to something heavy and fun, that's like my go-to. So
that's weird. I honestly forgot about that band, but I was at the bars for a hot second.
It's still up there for me. I still listen to it. It came out in like 05 or 06 maybe. It must have been 05 because I was still living in New York, I think. But yeah, I mean it's just an awesome record, and that's all I got to say.
Dope.
The drums are ripping too. Like the drums are so good on it.
Yeah, I love that dude, particularly on End Note. But yeah, top notch. I'm gonna go back and listen to Bars in your honor.
Me too.
Yeah, cool. Nate, what's your third and final?
Third and final, bit of a repeat, but just kind of keeping it real here. Switching it up to more metal, and my track is Under a Serpent Sun by At the Gates. Slaughter of the Soul. Yeah, this song still has this part that eludes me as far as like they go into, you know, this kind of more quiet strummed part, and they introduce the like guitar melody that's going to come up, but it's in a different key. It's in a higher key, and of course the famous vocals, Stricken, Numb by Fear I Fall, come in, and then like the drums pick up a little bit, and then he repeats it, and then the whole key changes to the song, which to me it's still like, how the fuck did these guys think to do that? And you know, the double kick comes in, and it's just one of those parts I just can't sit still, man. It's like seeing it live, you know, listening to it never gets old. Again, speaking of lyrics, like I love Tompa's lyrics. They always were more kind of existential than, you know, just cheesy death metal stuff. He was pulling from all sorts of crazy spots, but there's quite a few lyrics on this album that are just standout, you know, just like they really hit you, and they're not the usual cheesy stuff, this song included.
I mean this in all serious, when he says go on Slaughter of the Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Fuck. It's perfect.
Well, we were talking about this a couple of nights ago, Kyle. Just this was going to be one of my picks as well, Nate. And
Okay.
There was a few things like that I was thinking about prior to this, going like, okay, maybe we shouldn't talk about Satisfaction. Maybe we shouldn't talk about like Firestorm. Maybe we shouldn't talk about Slaughter of the Soul. But just because it was like, it just seemed like those were all no brainers. But Slaughter of the Soul is another album, start to finish, that's just incredible and absolutely knocked my socks off the first time that I heard it. But yeah, and Kyle, just like you saying, Tomas going go, it is so rad. It's just so fucking rad. I love this album.
Have
what
you
a great
seen
pick.
Your 2008 reunion show in New York?
No.
I was supposed to be at that show. That was like, I moved to New York a couple weeks before that, and like I think Wes, you had tickets for the LA show. And
So I have a story about the LA show, but do yours first.
Go. But anyhow, it's like, look it up. There's a clip of the show at Irving Plaza in New York, and everybody, like, you can't hear Thomas Lindbergh singing because everyone in the whole crowd is singing like louder than him in the PA. And when he, like, you know, when that first go comes in, the entire place goes fucking bananas.
Yep. So similar experience. Actually, the time I'm thinking of was the time after that where they came around for whatever that album was. But
At war
speaking
with
of,
reality.
yeah, exactly. So speaking of like being old and dodging the physicality of a show, so like I was towards the back in that show, and towards the side. So well within the safe zone. And then out of the corner of my ear, I hear this "Ooh," like that. I'm like, that's a weird song to hear, or a weird sound to hear. And I turn, and there's this fucking metalhead troglodyte who's decided to do a one-man pit around the entire perimeter of the show and just like fully like runs into me. I don't think I fell down, but I definitely like stumbled and had to catch my balance and looked very lame and uncool doing that. And I was with Athiel, and I just remember Athiel like cracking up because he clocked the weird like sound at the same time, and then just looked up at the exact right moment to see this dude just run into me full speed. But yeah, same experience with just like everyone screaming so loud that it like dude didn't even really need a microphone for vocals because the whole crowd had him backed up.
Yeah.
But
Which is not typical of what you would expect from like a mellow death band.
yeah, I don't know if I've ever really. Yeah,
It's because there's so many hardcore kids at that time that ripped that like worshipped at the gates and ripped off at the gates that like when they came back around for that reunion, it was like a hardcore show.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say. And I know I've mentioned it before, but seeing them at the Berkeley Square, I remember going into it being like, okay, I don't know what to expect out of this band. They seem crazy. But fucking dude came out wearing a hockey jersey, smiling ear to ear. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, like the vibe was good. And once they started playing, like hardcore kids were jumping on stage, shouting vocals. And this was like the album was, had just come out that year or whatever. So I'd never seen a hardcore crowd for a metal band. It was confusing and awesome. And obviously there was a bunch of, long hairs there as well, but they were the first band I saw like truly kind of, reach across the aisle, so to speak, like that. It was wild.
Oh yeah.
That's rad. Cool. Nate, or sorry, Kyle.
It's my turn.
What's your third and final? Yeah.
Oh, this is a tough one. This is a tough choice. All right. I'm going to keep it kind of cohesive since we were talking about Thomas Lindbergh so much that maybe I'll take this other choice. I was generally D-beat style punk music in general.
Oh, fuck yeah. I know what you're going to say.
Gets my motor running.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a kind of uniform style. It's pretty specific sound. So, like, I could list off a bunch of bands that I really love that are in the D-beat style, like Wolf Brigade, Tragedy, His Hero Is Gone. But one, Thomas Lindbergh, is Dysphere in the song.
Yeah.
The song,
Love it.
Get It Off.
Yep.
I mean, that's fucking. I mean, it makes you just want to do like a hip thrust and fucking tackle somebody at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, that song. When did that come out? I can't like. 2002, 3, something around that time.
I was gonna say very early 2000s is when.
Really?
They were a band for. No, later. It came out in 2008.
Yeah. Well, Justin, you're right. They were a band for a real long time.
Yeah, this is the first one that Thomas Lindbergh joined with.
Yeah. I remember when that album came out. That was like a. There was a few albums that came out around the same time that I felt like was such like a breath of fresh air. And it wasn't like something like super groundbreaking or new, but like I really liked Dysphere a ton when what the heck is that album called? Live the Storm.
Storm.
Live the Storm.
Yeah.
When that album came out, I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I needed to hear right now. And I didn't know that I needed to hear it. And there was another band around the same time on Death Wish that was the same for me, where it was kind of just like punk, but like rock and metal.
You're going to say Doom Riders.
I am absolutely going to say Doom Riders.
Yep.
Which I just like listened to it. I'm like, this is exactly what I want to hear right now. This is perfect. This fits my exact style. And Dysphere and Doom Riders were definitely two bands that were scratching where I needed the itch.
Hell yeah.
You know, it's kind of funny though, like with Rennie bringing up bars, I kind of forgot about that era of hardcore where it got a bit more rock and roll for a while. Like Suicide File is sort of in that
for sure.
category
100%.
as well. Yeah, that was a cool thing that happened just because it did kind of feel like it got a little overly metallic, too much emphasis on breakdown type stuff, and it was kind of it was a good break from all that to my ear. Anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's a weird question for you. Do you think that Murder City Devils had a lot to do with that, as far as like hardcore bands getting more into rock stuff? Like, because I remember like Murder City Devils coming out, and then like every like punk and hardcore kid that I knew was like, you got to check out this band. I'm like, these guys are a bunch of fucking drunks, dude. How do you guys like these dudes? Like all these straight edge guys were like, I love Murder City Devils. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what a trip, dude. This is just like a super boozy Strokes. I love them.
Yeah.
Like I love Murder City Devils, but and I just kind of thought about that, going like, I wonder if like that band had a huge influence in just people kind of getting more rocky for a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe. I'd never really thought of that. But I mean, the joke in like San Rafael at the time was that Murder City Devils sell more T-shirts than records.
Yeah.
Just because everybody had that fucking T-shirt.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I don't know. Yeah, I kind of had the same reaction where like I was like, this is just kind of like bar band shit, but undeniably good. And certainly I saw that band a few times, and most of the time the singer was just fucking shithoused.
MESS.
Yeah.
That's what the people expected, man. That was a gig.
But you might be onto something. I mean, I kind of feel like musically a lot of times when things sort of zag too far, it naturally zigs in the other direction, you know? And it was kind of that's how I thought of it, but you might be right, you know, maybe there's sort of
just a little thought, you know,
a
thought that I had as we're discussing this.
Yeah, dude.
Makes sense. There was like a whole scene starting though with that, like the San Diego scene, the dudes from like Drive Like Jehu going
Hot
to like
Snakes.
Going to Hot Snakes, and that, because that, I feel like Hot Snakes came out around that time too, early 2000s, right?
Yeah, you're right.
It was kind of like bar rock and roll, but they were fucking punk kids, you know?
Fully.
Hardcore
Fully.
kids, so.
Cool. Well,
That means poop, right?
What?
Yeah.
Hot Snakes.
Yeah.
It's a euphemism, yeah. It's a poofemism.
I'm just surprised it took me so long to realize that.
All right. Well, I'm going to round it out with the last pick with the fucking Kings. And this one was definitely a no-brainer for me. And Justin, kind of to your point, it was a little bit like, do I do this one? Do I not? It seems kind of easy, but I don't care because this song fucking rules and this band's fucking rad. But Sick of It All, Step Down.
Yep.
Fuck yes, dude.
I was gonna talk about that during my honorable mentions, just going like thinking back on shows that I've been to that I'm like, the whole place was going nuts, and I just go, how can you not mention Sick of It All?
Yep, absolute fucking anthem. And then, you know, on topic in terms of songs to get physical to, I mean, the fucking music video literally teaches you how to mosh. Like, I remember watching that.
On Beavis and Butthead?
It was on Beavis and Butthead, and then it would be on, like, you know, like I think it would pop up on Headbangers Ball from time to time, either that or 120 Minutes. But I just remember like being fascinated by that. And it certainly predated me getting into like New York hardcore. And by the time I did get into that style of music, kind of towards the end of high school, I guess. Yeah, I had like a videotape of that video and stuff, and it's. I'm hesitant to use the word iconic because it's an overused word at this point. But yeah, there's kind of no other word for it.
That's good. I wish I said that.
You're iconic, my friend. But yeah, Sick of It All needs no introduction. The song came out in 1994, and the album is Scratch the Surface. Sadly, I only got to see Sick of It All, I think, one time, but it was a fucking killer show. It was H2O, Sick of It All, and the reunited Misfits with Michael Graves. So
where was that?
it was at the Trocadero.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Man, that was such a great venue.
In SF? Trocadero SF?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's cool.
But it was fucking cool. The main thing I remember, I mean, obviously H2O and Sick of It All were great. And the Misfits were awesome too, but god damn, it took them fucking forever to set up. Like an unreasonable amount of time for them to just like scatter their plastic skulls everywhere and shit.
You gotta create the spook factor, man.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah,
I saw Sick of It All a few years ago at the Parkside, and they 100% still have it.
Yeah, dude.
It was fucking awesome.
Yep. All-time greats for sure. Cool. Well, we fucking did it. Let's just do our honorable mentions, because I know I have a bunch that we didn't talk about that we can just list off. But Rennie, what are your honorables?
Oh man, I want to go back to Adamantium.
Yeah.
When it rains, it pours. And
Sick.
then staying in that kind of scene, Countervail, the most abused word. I loved that
Yeah,
record
man.
when I discovered it.
I remember that. Yeah.
I mean, I have like, there's a big list, but I want to like go to you, Nate, and something that we kind of like discovered together that just blew our minds. The Shape of Punk to Come, like when that obviously like, you know, that I feel like that one's kind of like the cliche, like no brainer record, but I mean, you know, it was just incredible.
I remember listening to that on tour with you guys, and we were all just tripping on it. Like, who the fuck is doing what? Like, how is this happening? Yeah. It was wild.
Yeah.
Cool. What are yours, Nate?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just thought he said Botch, but definitely Botch was a huge hallmark, and I'm surprised in a way they hadn't come up yet. They, you know, have some pretty wild change ups and stuff. They're not your traditional kind of breakdown parts, but I would argue that makes them hit all the harder because they're so fucking out of nowhere, unexpected, crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, Dave Knutson is the man, probably my favorite guitarist in the heavy music world, or at least the hardcore one. And yeah, I mean, you mentioned Coalesce. I just got to mention again, just to rub it in on Kyle. I think you're missing out, Kyle. You got to get in there, bud.
I'm good.
Give him another shot.
I'm good.
And that's it. I'll keep mine short.
All right, Kyle. I'll assume Coalesce isn't on yours, but what do you have on your honorables?
So we already talked about Drowning Pool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where do you go from here?
Drowning Man.
Touche.
A little song, Down with the Sickness.
Oh yeah.
Disturbed.
Yeah.
Nobody said Nails. That was a close runner-up to what I was going to pick with Candy, as far as being like a newer band that is extremely pissed off. Actually, probably the last show that I can remember ever actually moving at was the Nails show at the Parkside.
Sick.
It was the kind of like I was standing near the back. It was the kind of show where you could not move because everybody was moving.
And you just heard a out of the side. Yeah.
Was Tim Allen in there? Tim Allen's in the pit.
It's-
Like,
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Dude, it was a bizarre sound, and even bizarrer the fact that you could pick it out of all of the noise happening.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah.
sorry.
Nails is pissed. It's moving. That's okay. Power Trip. Executioner's
Yeah.
Tax.
Oh yeah.
Swinging
Yep.
the Axe. That song.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can't not. And maybe a deep cut that's something in 80s thrash. Like, I'm not moshing to it. I haven't seen these bands, but maybe Rennie were late. Rennie's a cyclist. He likes to go out and like move and do some activity. I listen to a lot of this kind of stuff if I'm trying to exercise. A lot of new wave British heavy metal type of stuff. The Westwood Yardwork playlist. This kind of shit.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, Kyle, you got to send me some stuff. Send me some playlists.
I will. But there's one I'll call up by a band called Savage. Song "Let It Loose."
Mm-hmm.
It's like it predates Metallica's "Hit the Lights" a little bit, and it's just so high energy. Like, it rips. It's cool. If you're climbing 3,000 feet of elevation on your 30-mile bike ride, you throw that song on, you're good.
Nice.
Just on repeat.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say not to be confused with Sabotage.
Not to be confused. Also fucking rips.
Also fucking rad.
I'd love to talk about Sabotage. Another episode.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dope. What are your honorables, Justin?
I'm gonna. I didn't get to pick a number 3 for my full ons, so I'm gonna kind of.
Oh shit! Did I miss you?
No, well, we had so many overlapping, and I'm gonna go all metal for my honorable mentions, and I'm just gonna use one of them which was gonna be my third, and that is Machine Head's Davidian.
Nice.
Which is an older song, yeah, of course, but for some reason, like hearing that song when I was younger seemed so insane, especially like right before the breakdown, and then learning a little bit more about David Koresh and the Branch Davidians, and then listening to the song afterwards after I'd done like a lot of research in being like really like interested in that whole thing that happened in Waco. Like, it just made the song so much heavier. So I think my third pick was going to be Machine Head Davidian, and then 2 songs that also are honorable mentions that are metal is Dissection's Night's Blood, which might be, I don't know, maybe the best metal song of all time. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. And then I'm also going to follow up with Carcass's Heartwork.
Yeah.
Great choices.
Just another song that well, that whole album is insane, but then it's just rad, gets the folks moving.
Dope. I'll just rapid fire mine, but to jump off of your theme and to sort of spread the love, since my stuff was so hardcore centric. Knock Mystium Enemy is such a fucking good song.
Oh.
Yeah, that was on Jim Jam's playlist for a really long time. Also, just trying to think a little bit outside of the box, I also went with Ice Age, You're Nothing, off the album You're Nothing, just as kind of like a more punk rock pick. Back to hardcore, Nails, Unsilent Death, like epic riff. Blacklisted, Eye for an Eye, super hard. And Pariah. For new shit, Power Trip, I went a slightly different route from Swing of the Axe for Nightmare Logic, the actual song. Rise and Fall, Into Oblivion, awesome. And then shout out to Bay Area band Click, who we all sort of recently, I feel like, got into, but love the message, love the music. I'm pumped on that band, and I'm super excited to hear any new stuff that they put out because they're rad.
Can I all awesome picks, Wes. Can I also piggyback on something of yours?
Of course.
Is Kyle came over to watch the Niners game on Sunday, and
Hell yeah.
and we listened to a couple of records before the game started. But I actually brought out a Noctmistium record, which it's my favorite EP that they do, and might be like the favorite 4 songs that they do. But Doomsday Derelicts EP. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. And the song on there that's I think really shines is called Hellish Overdose. And then I'll also piggyback on that, which is another EP that I almost said in my honorable mentions, but since we're talking about it, Early Man's Beware the Circling Fin. Check that EP out as well. Gets you moving.
Nice. Well, dope. We did it, fellas. We made it the whole way. Yeah, I don't know.
Thank you for your guidance, Wes.
Yeah, no problemo, my dude.
Yeah, thank you guys. That was an honor. That was fun.
Rennie, it's great to have you on, and I can't wait to have you on again if you would accept.
Absolutely.
Right on.
Yeah, dude.
I
And
would love it. That was fun.
yeah, and I know we've said it before, but we do need to like meet up and see each other in person because we live too close.
Yeah,
Cool.
I know.
That. Yeah.
No excuses. You know when we're gonna get together though is when HopeCon announces some fucking shows.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's right. That's
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I have a sneaking suspicion that is going to happen in the next year.
Yeah, I hope so.
We'll see. Yeah.
So we all stand in the back.
Yeah, for sure. Well, cool.
Clap those cheeks,
fellas.
Wes.
I'll give myself a round of applause. But yeah, thank you, Rennie Solis. We love you. And
Thanks, Rennie.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, man. Thank
been
you.
fun.
Our pleasure.
Our pleasure. And oh, by the way, thanks to people who listen. Big thank you to you. I don't know who most of you are, but yeah, we know who 2 of you are. But if we don't know you, thank you, and we love you guys as well. And
I've got a good contingent at work right now that's listening.
Oh,
so
dope.
hello to Josh and Gavin out there.
Dope. What's up,
Nice.
Josh? What's up, Gavin?
What's up, Ryan Solis? You better be listening.
Oh yeah.
Little bro.
Nice.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll
Cool.
talk soon.
All right. Thanks, dude.
y'all.
All right. Thanks, Rennie.
Bye.
All righty.
All right. Bye, guys.
Good night.
See you.